Good afternoon, Senator Lowe.
Hey, how are you?
We're here at the Kearney Area Chamber of Commerce with the Kearney Area Chamber of Commerce for 30 questions. How are you doing today?
Doing quite well. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful day outside.
Great. Well, hey, we're at the state capitol, obviously. What's your favorite part about the state capitol?
You know, it's rich history. It's a beautiful building. It's we have the only unicameral in the country, so it's a great place to be.
Awesome. Well, if we can follow you around for a little bit.
Sure.
What are you excited about 2019?
You know, it's going to be a difficult year, but it's going to be one that we're going to make do. We run a balanced budget, so that's the main concern is passing the budget, and so it can be balanced.
What do you see as the biggest challenge this session?
Probably the budget. Coming up with money. We're at this time it looks like we're down about $100 million, so we're going to have to make that up and try to do it without hurting anybody.
Very good. What standing committees are you on?
The past 2 years I've been on the Business and Labor, Agriculture, and Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs committees. And at this time I'm still planning on being on those 3 standing committees. They fill up a full week, so.
I can imagine. If you had a famous career, Senator, what would it be?
Being a state senator.
Awesome. What's the biggest surprise you've ever had?
Working with the senators, the ones that I may not philosophically believe in, have the same beliefs, but working together with them.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Well, my favorite flavor is probably cherry nut.
What's your top bill for 2019?
At this present time, we're just developing our bills and looking at them. So I have several bills in the hopper, but I haven't really picked a priority bill yet as of now.
Okay. What radio station's playing in your car?
Right now it's KGFW.
What about a dream vacation?
A dream vacation. I'd like to go to Europe and to go back to Ireland and England.
If you could pick, what's one of the main issues for the Kearney area, or something that could possibly affect Kearney business community that you are advocating for in 2019?
When I travel across the state and in Kearney and pretty much everywhere, property tax relief is the main issue. And I want to be able to do it without increasing taxes on anybody. And what they're talking about now is a trade. We relieve property taxes over here, but we increase sales tax or some other tax. And I want to be able to do that without increasing anybody's taxes. So we have to look at controlling spending.
Makes sense. What is one thing people would be surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me? That I'm actually a blonde.
I think we share that characteristic, maybe, but I was actually not blonde before. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Senator?
I see myself still being involved with government, but in 10 years I don't plan on being in government. It's a dedication for a temporary time, and I don't believe we ought to be full-time politicians.
Who do you look up to?
I look up to my father and my grandfather, my great-grandfather. They were great inspirations in my life. My father-in-law was also a big part of my life, and family as a whole.
Name of your first pet?
My first pet, besides some obscure goldfish, was probably my pet dog Moon, who traveled with me everywhere.
Awesome. What do you see as the United States' role in combating human trafficking?
Human trafficking is a bad thing across, and Nebraska has had a major part in that in the past. I'm putting together a bill this session Right now we have two organizations doing human trafficking, and I'd like to combine that into one stronger organization.
If you could play any professional sport, Senator, what would it be?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think something that probably wouldn't hurt much in my life later on. So that kind of leaves out football and hockey and baseball and everything else. Maybe chess.
Professional chess player.
Professional chess.
So back home in Kearney, what's your favorite place to hang out?
My favorite place to hang out would be my house, and it's on the edge of the Platte River, and it's like a true vacation home.
Sounds lovely. When you're not working, what do you like to do?
I like to feed the deer and the animals. Just sit around and watch them walk up to you. So it's kind of a Yule Gibbons type of atmosphere.
So we're not trying to get you in trouble with all the current senators, but who's your favorite current senator?
Besides myself, I don't know if I truly have a favorite senator because they're all pretty good. And each one, as we look out here across the floor, each one represents their own district to the best that they can. It may not be the way that I want it to be represented, but they all do a pretty good job.
That's awesome. We're pretty fortunate in Nebraska to have that. What's your number one piece of advice for a politician?
Don't get wrapped up in politics. Remember your roots and where you came from. Remember why you came and to be a politician.
Great advice. If you could have lunch or dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
I'd love to have dinner with my father. He's gone now, and I'd like some more advice. When he was alive, I didn't take all the advice that he was partaking on me, so I'd sure like to have another half hour of his time.
So what's the best advice you've ever received?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
What's the most memorable moment as a senator?
Gosh, there's so many. I've met so many great people going to all these sessions that I travel to, and I see lots of different people. But having one of your bills passed and then signed by the governor, that's a special thing.
What was your first job?
Besides working for the family, which I did all the way through high school, my first job was at the Holiday gas station, which is now a convenience gas station on 25th Street.
Who's your favorite sports team?
My son just got off of the Nebraska men's club hockey team, and that was a special time watching him play and be a team captain. So that at this time was my favorite team.
Something to root for there. What kind of effect does and will the North American Free Trade Agreement have on Nebraskans?
It's going to have a great effect across the board, not only in Nebraska. It'll help move product both directions. It'll ease up some things. I know wheat growers up in North Dakota were very happy to see it because they could only sell their wheat into Canada as feedstock, not human grain. So it'll start moving our corn and our wheat and ethanol north and to the south.
Sure. Favorite movie of all time?
Probably Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Okay. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
To bring back time.
Well, Senator, thank you so much. That concludes our 30 questions. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Glad to.